here with Lynn and Andy Mason. They are the owners and operators of the new brewery here in Boone, Lost Province. How are y'all today?
We're doing great.
It's good to have y'all. It's good to have y'all, and I definitely enjoy your new restaurant. I love it so much. It's delicious. So tell us a little bit about what who came up with the idea to start a brewery, and you got all this great pizza and menu items. So tell us a little bit how that got started.
Sure. It's been a long-term dream. We actually moved here in 1995 with the idea of eventually doing something like this, and it only took us 20 years to get here, or close to 20 years. So, you know, we're finally there. I think the impetus for it was that we were looking for, a new business, obviously, but the idea of coupling great food, especially wood-fired food, with craft beer in a great location, just appealed to us. Mm-hmm. So this opportunity came about, and we decided to do it.
Well, I'm so glad y'all did. Now, this is a family-owned and operated business. So you two are married, and your children also play a role as well.
Right.
And your brother. So tell us
Correct.
a little bit about that.
So, well, I think we are truly a family-owned and operated business. Mm-hmm. And, our team has amazing talent. And Andy obviously brings the brewing side. And then our son relocated from Minneapolis, where he had gotten involved with commercial baking, and he introduced the idea of the wood-fired oven. So he's overseeing a lot of the pizza and the baking. We make all of our food fresh. We source most of our food from local sources, and we bake fresh bread every morning, first thing in the morning, that will be used with different dishes that we serve throughout the day. Then our daughter, who lives here in Boone, who is also a nurse at the hospital, assists with front of house management. And David, Andy's identical twin brother, is the chef. And he relocated from New Jersey and has great inspirations for food. And most of our food evolves around working with the wood-fired oven and or with beer. Mm-hmm. So my contribution was the frozen custard. I love frozen custard. And we've actually infused that with malt, which is part of the brewing process. It's an alcohol-free ice cream, but it's amazing frozen custard.
Oh my goodness, that is awesome.
So anyhow, we just have a variety of talents that make this whole business work, and we feel really fortunate to be in business, especially in downtown Boone.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and it's a great location. And then it's back to the food, which everybody knows, I love the food part. I have tried a lot of the different combinations that you guys have put together, and they're so unique. There's pizzas there that I've never even heard of and tried, and they're so good. And I have a favorite, and I believe I've told you this before. It's the with the
sauerkraut and smoked sausage on it.
That is so good.
And the honey mustard really gives it a great kick,
yes,
too.
It's delicious. That is one of my favorite things to eat in Boone, and so.
And that's great with the beer. I mean, it's kind of a really nice German combination.
Absolutely.
And that has been one of our popular pizzas.
Yes, it's so good. And sadly, I have yet to try the beer, but tell us a little bit about the beer and the brewing process and what you guys have right now.
Sure. Well, right now we have 10 of our own craft beers on tap, and we've got 3 more in the pipeline, and we're going to be brewing a couple of more this week. So we have 12 taps, and very soon we'll have all of them occupied by Lost Province beer. I've got absolutely an amazing brewing staff. I've got 2 young guys, Seth Hewitt and Aaron Moss, and both of them have great experience, and we're just doing some wonderful and fun stuff in the brew house. The race up till this point has been to get all of our taps filled, and we're really close to doing that. And so I guess about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I looked at my guys and said, "Okay, boys, what do you really want to do now?" So we're getting to the point where we're really going to start doing some really fun and innovative stuff. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about more craft beer in Boone. And keep your eyes open. We're going to have some great stuff on tap here. We do already, but more.
All right, it sounds great. So what's one of y'all's favorite beer that you brew? I know I'm pretty sure it's all of them, but what comes to mind?
The common response is the beer I have in my hand.
Yes.
Because it really depends. Beers are as adventuresome as wine, and there's different beers for different occasions. And so I think it's just fun to try different beers. Some of our better sellers have been, we have a Lost Province IPA, and so we went through 10 barrels of that in no time. So we just put out a new 10-barrel batch of that beer. We have a great dry stout, a toasted oatmeal porter, and then we just released our Pumpkins Ale.
Now
it's a
that's
pumpkin ale,
bad.
which was made with locally sourced pumpkins that were roasted in a wood-fired oven, and it is an amazing beer. So
goodness, that sounds
it's, you know, people can come in. We serve all of our beers either in half pours or full pours, 8 ounce or 16 ounce. And so people can try maybe 2 beers, and which would be the equivalent of 1. And then the other option is we do a flight of beers, so people can get, try 4 different beers.
I'd like to just say another word about the beers. I mean, you asked me what my favorites are right now. I think, if you ask me what is technically, I think the best beer we have, I'd just have to say the IPA, the Lost Province India Pale Ale. Has an amazing floral, mangoey, citrusy type top note, and also a resiny, piney, woodsy bottom note, and it's just a beautiful beer, beautiful on the palate. The most fun beer we have right now is definitely the Bumpkins Pumpkin Ale, which is a spiced pumpkin ale. And the great thing about that beer is that everything's in harmony, everything's in balance. The pumpkin is there, the spicing is there, but they don't dominate the flavor profile. So, I mean, I think sometimes with those beers, people forget that first it has to be a beer, right? So, but it's a well-integrated, just very, very well-crafted beer, and it's just so much fun to drink. It's delicious.
I definitely look forward to trying that. I know that I definitely love, my new favorite thing is pumpkin beer. I'd never had it before, but I recently tried it and fell in love with it, so I would love to come try that. And plus, it's the perfect time of year. I mean, it's perfect, and it pairs well with, I'm sure, anything on the menu.
And they'll soon start brewing a holiday seasonal beer.
Oh, great.
And
Getting ready to do that, getting ready to start that this week, and it'll be derived from a Belgian Dark Strong, which will be both Belgian Dark and Strong. But we're going to do some wrinkles with that we're not going to disclose until we get ready to release it. We've got some great ideas, some mystery behind that beer we're getting ready to put into it. It'll be fun.
So, about the name, that's a very unique name. Tell us a little bit about how you came up with the name.
well,
Lost Province.
I'll start real briefly. When we were looking for a name, we wanted something that would tie us to this area, but was not another mountain or river. Now, we love our mountains and we love our rivers, so it has nothing about that. We just wanted a name that would stand out. But I'm going to let Andy tell the story of how we came up with the Lost Province.
Sure. Well, I was reading a book on the history of the area, and the book indicated that that Watauga County was part of the Lost Province, and that spurred my interest to do more research on it. It turns out that the 3 counties in extreme northwestern North Carolina, that would be Allegheny, Ashe, and Watauga, were referred to as the Lost Province of North Carolina because they were geographically isolated. They're cut off on the south and the east by the Blue Ridge. This, of course, made travel, commerce, interaction with the area to the south and east much more difficult. Matter of fact, those 3 counties early on in our history had much more in the way of interaction with counties to the north and the west than they did to the south and east. So once I heard that name and understood what it was, it just seemed like a wonderful name for a business. I think it's got a certain cachet. I think it's got a certain slight mystery associated with it, and you can do fun things with it. So all in all, it just seemed like something that, again, would tie us to the area and have a direct historical link, and be something we could work with really well for marketing purposes, and people would appreciate it.
Absolutely, that's fantastic. I love names with stories behind it as well, and plus it is tied to the area, so that is wonderful.
And it's actually helped us with how we're naming our beers.
Yeah.
Because there's so much rich history in this area. And the cream ale, which was our first beer, we named Council Store Cream Ale because Council Store was located almost in the exact location where we are, and that was the beginning of Boone.
Yeah.
So we're having fun telling the history of
Absolutely.
Watauga
We
County.
recently found out that Council Store was located between the current site of the post office and the front of our building, so almost exactly where we are.
That is so awesome, and
Pretty
it's
neat.
definitely, and that's a great addition to your business as well. We come in, we learn about these things and how Boone started, and I know I'm not a local, but I feel like I'm getting to that status. Hopefully they'll accept me as one of their own one day, but as being a resident here, I love learning about that history and how the town started. So that is really, really cool. So you guys have a couple of things. Excuse me, a couple of things each week. You've had live bands and frackin' Fridays. Tell me about that.
Freaking Friday.
Tell me about that. Tell me about some of the events you have going on.
Firkin is a 10 to 12 gallon barrel of English style pub draft beer.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you take green beer and you put it in a barrel, and normally you add some thing to help the yeast precipitate and add something fun like some more hops or a fruit or something like that, and you add some sugar to it. And then you stick it in a warm place for a couple of weeks and let it ferment, and then you take it and stick it in the cooler for another week or so and let everything precipitate out, and then you take it and put it on the bar, and you have to actually take a mallet and pound the bung into it. Be real careful, you can make a big mess. I know I did it one time. And so it's gravity poured pub style ale, and the fun thing about it is you have to use it. There's no way to take it and cap it and put it back in the cooler. I mean, it's use it or lose it.
Mm-hmm.
So basically it's there, and we drink it till it's consumed, and we've had a great response to that. We've had a lot of fun with it. We've done some really interesting and novel things with it, and so every Friday at 5 o'clock we tap another firkin.
All right.
So it's freaking firkin Fridays
Friday
at 5.
I love it. I love it. Love it.
And then we're Thursdays, we do $3 Thursdays. So all of our beers are $3 a pint, and that's been real popular. We've been having ASU football parties. We can stream the games live. We have a large screen in the dining room, so we can show ASU football, but we anticipate doing other soccer events and other sporting events, so maybe movies one day.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
We generally have live music Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights, and we're playing with different genres. So it might be jazz one night, it might be a bluegrass, it might be classic rock. So we're having fun mixing.
And don't forget about Sunday either.
And then Sundays, we're doing Lost Province Sundays. So if you live in one of the Lost Province counties, Watauga, Ashe, Allegheny, and we've included Avery, you can get 10% off your food. You just have to mention that you live in one of the Lost Province counties.
Well, that's good to know.
And we've now expanded to 6 days a week. We're open Tuesday through Sunday. We open at 11 and are now featuring a special lunch menu as well as our regular menu. So there should be something for everyone.
Absolutely.
And if beer is not your thing, we have a nice wine selection, and we're going to start featuring some of our local wines from both Grandfather Vineyards and Banner Elk.
Oh, great.
So people can check out some of our local wines. And then we have a variety of non-alcoholic beverages as well. It's a very family-friendly, relaxed atmosphere, and just a great place to meet up with friends, hang out,
Absolutely.
and have a good time.
And I totally can vouch for that.
And we're open, I guess we're open 10 o'clock on
Tuesdays and Wednesdays, then 11 or a little bit later on Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. Sundays we've been closing at 9 because things seem to quiet downtown come Sunday evening. I guess everyone gets serious about the upcoming work week.
Absolutely. So can we check out your menu online?
Absolutely.
What is your website?
It's lostprovince.com.
Okay. And you guys have a very strong social media presence as well. I follow you guys on
You
Facebook.
can check us out on Facebook at Lost Province.
And get all the updates of all the good stuff that's going on there. So.
And, you know, I think we went into this, we had fun planning this venture. This is our joke is this is our retirement. We both ended 30 plus respective years in our fields and decided just to do something that we felt very passionate about. And so we had fun planning it, and we're having fun every day. I mean, that's our main goal, is to bring fun to this venture.
Well, you guys have achieved that. I will say that you have a beautiful place. You guys have done a great job. Congratulations. The food is delicious, and I'm sure the beer is great. I'm going to come try the beer.
Please do.
Definitely take advantage of the $3 Thursdays.
Yeah,
So,
it's just a fun gathering
yeah,
place.
and it's great. I love it. You guys have really, really put together a great place.
And the nice thing is, even though it's downtown, there's lots of public parking
Yes.
across the street and on Queen Street.
Yes.
And on Sundays at the public library, they're closed. So
Yeah.
there's, you know, parking should not be an issue.
After 6, there's practically unlimited parking
Right.
in the area where we are. So nobody should worry about coming downtown and not being able to find a place to park, especially in the evening.
That's true. And you guys have a great patio area as well.
Yeah.
And that is
Outside dining as well,
wonderful.
yep.
Definitely. Well, you guys, again, congratulations. Y'all have done a great job. And thank you for providing this to our community and keeping it local and bringing some good food to our area and some good beer. So it's always a pleasure to see you both. And so thank you guys so much for being here. Be sure to check it out. It's downtown. Where is it located?
130 North Depot Street. We're directly behind Mass General Store. And we have our website, lostprovince.com. And then our phone number is 828-265-3506.
All right. Wonderful. And thank you guys so much again for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this.